Hi guys, it's Marianne, the Frugal Chef. Let's make some black bean burgers for lunch today. This is an ultimate vegetarian meal. It's very easy to make, it's delicious. Let me show you how. In this food processor, I have a 15-ounce can of black beans, which I drained and rinsed. I'm going to add a large garlic clove, which I minced in there. And honestly, I minced it and then I thought, why am I mincing this? I'm going to put it in the food processor. So you don't need to mince it. You can just chop it and put it in there. I'm also going to add a small chipotle pepper, which I took out of its adobo. Now, if your peppers are really big, use half. I want this to have the nice sting of the chipotle, but I don't want it to be overpowered. I added 3 tablespoons of mayo to this, about a 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs. You know, if you had tortilla chips, you could grind those and put them in there. I was hoping I had some in my pantry, but they did not survive. And I have half a teaspoon of cumin and half a teaspoon of dried oregano. So I'm going to process this and then we'll put it in a bowl. The reason I'm using mayo and not egg is because these are gonna, you know, we're not really gonna cook these. You'll see, they're gonna be on the heat not for too long, and I just don't wanna deal with the raw egg. Let's do this. In this bowl, I have another 15-ounce can of drained and rinsed black beans. And I just added my processed beans from the food processor. I'm gonna add, this is about, I'm going to say a 1/4 cup of very finely minced red onion. And it was a really little onion. And about a tablespoon of chopped cilantro. I'm just now going to, with my very clean hands, mix all this in here. I'm now going to form some patties out of this. Of course, you could make a sandwich out of this, put it in a hamburger bun with maybe some salsa and lettuce, tomato. I'm going to serve these without bread today. So I'm going to make smaller patties. We're going to make a little salad with cabbage, which we'll put on top. So I'm going to make 8 small patties out of this, and then we'll cook them. These are done. I'm going to let them air a little bit while we're making our topping for this, our little salad. They're a little sticky, and that's going to take care of it. Let's make our salad. In this bowl, I have a small head of cabbage that I sliced, you know, thinly. And I'm going to add 2 red tomatoes to this. I peeled them, you don't have to. And I'm also going to add, probably about 3/4 cup of chopped cilantro. I'm now going to squeeze a large lime into this. You know, here's a little tip I use when my lime is a little hard. I just use a fork to help me with the squeezing. So just prick it in with the fork and squeeze and move that fork around. I'm now going to season this with salt to taste and mix this. Awesome. I'm going to set this aside. Super simple, super fresh. Let's cook our burgers. I'm going to cook these on this griddle. I just lightly oiled it with some olive oil. We're just going to let these brown on one side, flip them carefully, let them brown on the other, and then we'll serve this. That's all we want these to do. We want them to form a nice brown crust in the interim to heat up, and then flip them. That took about 4 minutes. Now we're going to wait for another 4 or 5 minutes on the other side and serve. All right, these are cooked. I'm going to serve them with a wedge of lime for whoever wants to add a little more. And I'm just going to top them with that nice little salad that we made. Buen provecho, my friends. Here's a really light vegetarian meal for you. It'll fill you up, believe me. Those beans will fill you up and you're going to feel really good. Come by and see us, my friends. We have all kinds of recipes that are not in video form. Eat well without going broke, and I will see you guys soon.